Let's begin this stretch in Balasana, or child's pose. Draw your fingertips long to the top of your mat and slide your hips back over heels. Big breath in as you reach the fingertips forward. Exhale and slide. We'll start to thread the needle by picking up the right arm, drawing it underneath the left side body. If it feels good, bend your left arm. Take it to your low back. Big breath in. Exhale to release. Come back to center and reset. We'll take it to the other side, drawing the left arm under, hugging the right shoulder down. If you did so on the other side, bend that arm. Walk your fingertips to your left thigh. We'll come back through center. Draw yourself up to tabletop. And beginning our cow and cat, drop your belly down, roll the shoulder heads back, breathe in. Exhale, press into the floor, dome out your shoulders. Doing this a few times to create fluidity in the spine. And then we'll come back to neutral into Parangasana. Left foot steps out. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, right hand down. Long line from your left fingertips to your toes. Draw yourself back on up. And then as you exhale, slide your hips back. Reach your arms forward. Big stretch through your back. And come back through center. We'll take a few more rounds of cow and cat. Really drawing the shoulders away from the ears as you drop the belly down. Peeling open the chest here. And then rounding through your spine, pushing into the floor. Parangasana to the other side. Right leg extends. Push into the knife edge of the foot. Lift up, breathe in. Exhale over to one side. Long stretch through the side body. Inhale yourself back on up. And then exhale, slide your fingertips forward, hips back again. Begin to lengthen through your spine. We'll come back into our neutral tabletop. Cow and cat here a few more times. Even add in a little more if it feels good. You can move your hips side to side. You can take a figure 8. And then we'll tuck the toes under, spreading all 10 toes wide, and slide yourself back to a seated position. Taking Gomukhasana here, we're going to reach up and then bend the arms, trying to connect fingertips. You can always grab onto your shoulders or to your shirt or a towel. And switch sides. Big breath in. Exhale to release. Tap out those toes and we'll come into our first downward facing dog. Pedaling out the dog here, pressing the hips side to side, and then bend both knees. Drop them to one side. Take it to the other side. Big stretch through side body. Inhale the right leg high. Step it to the outside of your right hand and drop the back knee down. We're coming into a twist here, a little lizard twist. Pushing the knee away, always an option to come down to the forearm to get a little bit deeper. And then we'll get ourselves into the quad stretch. Bend the back leg, grab onto the top of the foot, give it a pull. Coming into reset, bump those hips side to side, dropping those knees nice and close. And left leg rises with the breath in. Same thing on that side, dropping the right knee down. Gently pressing the left foot out and bring it on down to get a little bit deeper. We'll take hold of the outside of the right foot to open up, a little twisted variation, feeling the quadricep getting a little stretch. And back to downward facing dog, pedaling it out. Inhale, right leg high. We'll step through and we'll drop down to moon pose. Big breath in. Exhale, cactus out your arms, slide the hips forward. Fill with breath again and take your half split. So now we're starting to feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Work through your breath here. On your exhale, you can deepen. Inhale, come back to moon. Exhale, sink. Holding the arms, sliding the shoulders down. And we'll draw ourselves back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out, bump the hips side to side. Inhale, left leg high, and drop down to moon pose on the other side. Cactusing out your arms on the exhale, open through the chest. Inhale, reach high, and then take it into your half splits. Pressing the left heel out as far as you can. Round over and find depth. We'll inhale the arms back up. Stay with the arms, get a little deeper, pressing the hips forward. And back to downward facing dog. Shake it out, bump it out. Inhale the right leg high. We'll step it all the way through, coming into dropping the left knee down again, and we're working into our half pigeon. So we'll bend the right knee, flex the toes of the right foot, line up your back leg, and then lower down just a little bit more. You can always take a pillow or a blanket and stack it underneath your right hip for a little more support. Stay here for a few rounds of breath. And we'll bring that back leg around and over, coming into this seated twist. Use the pressure of your arm to push away. Inhale and lengthen through your spine. Exhale to deepen. Enjoy the way the hip feels like it's getting a big stretch there. We'll flip to the other side, coming into our half pigeon. Leg goes long back behind you. Flex the toes of your left foot. And slowly work your way down. You might be able to get your body flat down onto the ground. You might be very tight in the hips and have some space, and that's okay. Remember, you can always use a prop. A few rounds of breath here. And then back we go. Right leg is going to slide over the left. Get yourself nice and adjusted. Sit tall, breath in. And then use the pressure of your arm to push the leg back, feeling the stretch through the hip. We'll come into our seated butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet to touch, allowing the knees to drop open wide. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, let the knees drop just a little more. And roll it right onto your back for happy baby. Grabbing the soles of your feet, you can rock side to side, getting a nice little release in your back. Then grab your knees, release one side, coming into our supine twist, drawing one knee over. Eyes will go towards that open palm. Back to the center to reset the muscles of the spine. And then let one leg go. Hug the knee in, and then exhale, bring it over to one side. Bring the knees back in, bring your forehead up, tight squeeze, fill your body with breath. And then exhale and let it go. Stay here for a few rounds of breath. Palms are open, eyes can be closed. Let your toes just splay out to the side. This is Shavasana pose, a great way to relax. I like to stay there for 5 to 10 minutes, but for the purposes of this demo, we'll wiggle things back to life. Draw yourself over to one side that's comfortable. Come back up to a seat. Big breath in as the hands come to connect. Anjali Mudra, center of your heart. Namaste.